Now traveling to Busan. Initiating match. Ready for battle.
Alright, you all, welcome to tonight's game. This will be Unagreeable Mauve versus Attack on Michael. And I'm bad at casting, so you're going to get to watch this until we have more casters. Anyway, enjoy the music and enjoy the game. Also, don't forget to get into your predictions. I will close them after this first map, so make sure you get your predictions in, get in your gambling fix. And, yeah, we see Attack on Michael taking that first point.
Justice reigns from above.
That is attack on Michael, taking 0.1100 to 65. Saw a nice pin there by Flame Chaser to keep them from recontesting.
Ready for battle.
Also, while we got a moment here, check out the new commands we got in this Twitch channel here. If you see in the title now, we're adding commands for each team. If you want to see who's normally on that team, or who may not be playing, or who's subbing, go ahead and do that command, and it'll give you the command there. Also do exclamation point schedule and exclamation point standings if you need some more information about this league. Anyway, here is point 2 of Busan. Hello, Dan. I went ahead and turn that music off. I can't get the balance properly. I had no idea how loud it was, so we're just gonna go without it. Nice shatter there by Flame Chaser and Visor coming out from King Pebble. Looks like tonight's first play of the game is going to be Dreg here on the Pharah. That is attack on Michael, taking the first map. Some nice direct hits though, and yeah, all cards for attack on Michael. So look to see what kind of swaps Unagreeable Mauve can do here. We will be right back with that second map. Remember to get your predictions in. I will turn it off here at the beginning of the second game. Also, Dan, I don't have the virtual soundboard set up, so I can't change volume of specific things in OBS, or else I would just do that. So I was trying to adjust the volume on the music itself, but it was already all the way down.
Initiating match.
Alright, we are back with map 2 here. It's going to be hybrid, and we actually do not see Junkertown tonight. We are going to see Blizzard World. No positional swaps either, and might have some occasional commentary, but not too much. So yeah, sit back and enjoy this one.
Ready for battle. Attackers incoming in 30 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Schöner Treffer.
I cast this forth.
My power grows stronger. Blocked by the dragon.
I've sighted the enemy. Guess they haven't had enough. This will restore you.
Better.
60 seconds remaining.
Our time runs short. We must increase our efforts.
Objective
charge. Touch from afar.
Blocked by the dragon.
Power of destruction. This will heal you. I'm out of here. My path is surrender to my will.
Double kill. Quadruple kill. Team kill. This is
I've got you in my sights.
Trail the Mauve.
apagando las luces.
We see a full 3-point push by attack on Michael there, consisting of 1 minute and 26 seconds left on the clock. So now coming up is an Unagreeable Mauve onto attack.
Initiating match. Ready for battle. Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
And we now have a caster.
Surprise! It's me, the real JLP. I saw that nobody was here doing the talkies, and I thought I'd show up and see if I can figure out how to do that, you know, in real
I'm good
time.
at talkies if I'm not play-by-play.
Yeah.
4, 3,
Bit of a wild first round here. I'm excited to see what. Oh, I already forget their team names. What blue team here has to offer.
Blue team's Unagreeable Mauve.
Unagreeable. Mauve?
Yeah, it's a play on, you
Oh,
know,
I see.
heck
Yes,
and
yes,
purple.
Yes, heck and purple. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Understand. I like this little top area setup with a piece on the Ash. Was doing some good work in the first map. We'll see if they can get a little bit more value here. And Dreg has the first pick on Fox M. Both teams still sort of posturing, especially with boy, I already forget. Unhappy Mauve, whatever it is.
Just call him Mauve. I mean,
Mauve and Peace doing exactly what I thought, given enough space. putting in the work and taking down the mech from Cax, as well as there was another pick. I think it was on Steck. So yeah, pretty solid hold here from red team. Name.
Attack on Michael.
Ah, I see. It looks like Mauve is having a little bit of trouble deciding where to go, how, when. They're just sort of like playing all these different angles, and I think this Torb turret on the statue is putting in a reasonable amount of work. With it down, I wouldn't be surprised to see big push, and here it is, Nano Monkey coming in. Finds nobody. Red team kind of splits up. Biggie Twig with a Coalescence, I think, to save most of the team, getting 3 picks between them and Flame Chaser, and it's looking like another rebuff from for attack on Michael.
Attack on Michael.
Another strong rebuff from attack on Michael too.
Yeah, it seems like that Mauve has a dive comp going. It doesn't seem like they're very together on it, or if it's just one team that's splitting apart really well, making sure that they have to split their dive. Even then, you shouldn't be picking one target. It seems like everyone's going in 3 different directions.
Wolf jumping in onto the supports and getting booped away by something. I assume it was the coach gun, not finding very much value, but then popping the ultimate, getting 2, Ash and Mercy, 2 pretty huge picks. Flame Chaser answering by charging into Steck Monster, Drag with their ultimate, taking down Name is Wolf, Fox M chasing down Biggie Twig in the back line, and a Sights from King Pebble ensuring the end of this attack here, as they work with Professor AJ and Cax to demech Darkslayer and finish off Dreg. Peace coming back in with the pick onto Soldier, but it's not going to matter much anymore, as Mauve takes point 1, 3 minutes 30 for the push in Streets phase.
Yeah, it took them about the same amount of time as last time. It was, looking pretty like a stout defense there, and then they finally got that dive to work. They finally picked off some players to open it up. See another pick there on Peace.
Yeah, absolutely. Would have been a reasonable shatter from Flame Chaser, except it was right into that bubble from the Names Wolf, and a Coalescence coming out from Biggie Twig, I think mostly to just save his 2 tanks, as King Pebble is splitting and trying to get a little bit of value, succeeding in taking down that Torbjorn, which was giving them so much trouble on the point A capture. Getting a good amount of cart progress here, while attack on the Michael team, is sort of playing back in the cut here behind the stairs on the high ground here, and basically the cart's going all the way around. With very few ultimates out of Michael, I'm not surprised to see them not chasing it. But speaking of ultimates, here comes Bob. Bob thrown right into the back of the Mauve team, getting answered with a pretty decent self-destruct that actually takes down the Ash, but Drag on the Hanzo is getting picks back to back off of on the Names Wolf and King Pebble. However, Wolf gets res. No, they didn't. The Ash got res. So Drag and Lazy Turtle basically fully negating the counterplay from Mauve there, and stabilized pretty well on this second point bridge. Pretty popular spot to hold from.
Yeah, it seems like these teams are both having a DPS pop off in every single fight. It seems like one fight it's King Pebble, next fight it's Drag, then it's Peace, and then they just trying to trade off on who's going to pop off in the fight. Yeah.
Big Storm Arrow out of Drag takes down the Names Wolf for a early pick. Is going to stop this dive from happening, give them quite a bit of time to just sort of sit here. Fox M goes through, gets a nice dash off through the entire team. Reasonable amount of ult charge there, and actually takes out Biggie Twig on the backside of that, but the Biggie Twig gets rezzed by Lazy Turtle. Now it's a pretty big Cole ult battle. Jeez, Lord mercy, the ult's coming out. Dragons out of Drag, picks up 1 on top of a just regular kill. He gets onto King Pebble. Blade came out from Fox M. I didn't see if it got anybody. Wolf takes out Peace. Drag takes out Cax. Drag on Steck Monster. Again, Drag is just absolutely destroying these squishies with them big old tree trunks, and it's just the Names Wolf on the point, trying to desperately get a pick onto Biggie Twig just to get something, not succeeding. Sitting there at 10 HP in a dream, lives long enough to get his supports some ultimate charge on the way back. Huge purple out of Professor AJ, but nothing really to follow it up with, and Biggie Twig with the fade away.
Yeah, Names Wolf was actually 2 HP there, so I mean, even closer to
jeez.
death. I had the camera on him
There
right
he
at that
goes.
time, so.
Yeah, that's a huge half of a fight from Michael. They're just getting these like 5-on-3s, 6-on-3s a lot. This split dive situation is just really not working out for Mauve on the attack.
Yeah, we didn't see any swaps from him, and it's kind of surprising seeing as, you know, looks like they're on their last push.
Fox M and the Names Wolf sitting on cart trying to get a little bit of progress, but that Bob out of Peace is providing is a pretty good Torbjorn turret on the point. A couple of picks out of Michael, including onto the Anna with the nano boost still in her pocket. Big bomb at a Dark Slayer to try to hold the point off, and Flame Chaser's just chilling on the top. This is kind of odd, but I guess the high ground control is a little important here. Mauve is throwing everything they have at this attack. They're trying desperately to get this cart pushed into overtime, and I'm thinking we're going to see a shatter. There it is, boom, 1-2 down, including Monkey, but Monkey gets his primal range out of it. Big Dragon Blade coming in from Fox M. Let's see how many he gets. He gets Pete's. But Peace ends up getting him with that dynamite on the back end. Big dynamite to shut down the thing, and then there's the res on the Ashe. The tactical visor comes out, but not in enough time to do anything, and that is a 3-1 victory on the first map for attack of on. I'm still not sure about on Michael. Prepositions are hard. Big play of the game here from Dreg. I'm not surprised to see it's one of his. He was all over this place. Sorry, I shouldn't say his. I don't know who the player is, but huge impact all game so far. Just absolutely bopping the enemy team. And there you see 43 limbs across 4.5 points.
Yeah, he just kind of said, you know, here I am, deal with me, and they went to dive, but they never seemed to really take care of him that much, and if they did, you saw a couple big ults from King Pebble there as well, and just excellent tank play up front as well, dealing with that Monkey Diva.
Yeah, you really got to see also out of Peace the reason that Ashe is such a good anti-dive DPS, because there was several times, especially on that point 1 defense, where Names Wolf would jump in and try to take down Peace, or especially like Lazy Turtle or Biggie Twig were both sitting there up on that top high ground the first time on the first point defense, and just could not land in place because Peace would just shoot that coach gun, pop them up, and then all of a sudden it's a dead dive, and it was really rough on Mauve to try to get some edge there. Just really great DPS play out of attack on Michael.
So that is attack on Michael going up 2-0 now, with Assault coming up next. Okay, yeah, you're already in here in the lobby.
I am.
And we are going to Volskaya
Volskaya.
Industries.
wouldn't be a game of Find Me Alpha Overwatch League if we didn't play on Volskaya and Kings Row. Although I guess we played on Blizzard World, so that's fun.
That's because Kings was not available, I think.
Available, of course. Of course. No, I love.
Oh no,
I love
it was.
Volskaya, I really do.
No. Yeah, it was available. They could have done Kings or New Bonnie or Blizzard World.
Awesome.
So.
I mean, I get the Blizzard World choice
when you're 0-3
when you're trying to play a dive.
When you're 0-3 on Agreeable Mauve, sometimes you got to change up the standard maps and.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, especially if you know you want to play a dive, like that map is a great dive map. There's all that natural cover, especially on points 1 and 2, where you can really like choose your angles. It just seemed like they didn't really have a good, strong idea of what angles they wanted to take and how they wanted to execute it. Especially doing a split dive like that, you really need to make sure that everybody's on point, and the point of attack is extremely strong. and focused, and that didn't seem to be how they. I mean, they ended up getting point one, so obviously they ended up tuning it up. But the first several attempts were a little wishy-washy.
Yeah, and we saw that on their defense as well. They were able to hold it pretty well, and then the only difference is they were able, they as an attack on Michael were able to go ahead and just keep on rolling with that one win over the point one, and we
Yeah.
didn't see that from a Unagreeable Mauve.
I mean, it reminded me of like a lot of my gold solo queue games. It's just like they had like the attack on Michael had a just extremely strong point presence, and Unagreeable Mauve just had trouble like they were getting split and they weren't able to like just focus something down. And I think Dreg especially was key to that, and Peace. I really think it just came down to the DPS really disrupting everything that Mauve was trying to do. I'll be curious if they can make something happen here on Volskaya sorry, I said they, but I should be specific. I'll be curious if Unagreeable Mauve can make anything happen here on the initial attack on Volskaya, given how difficult it was to get past attack on Michael as on Blizzard World.
And they're ready, so we're gonna head into Volskaya Industries.
Heck yeah!
Also, Dreg, in the meantime, has requested that we say one nice thing about Shaka Khan.
Oh man, Shaka
Just
Khan
one?
is
Can we say
one
more?
of the. He is one of the reasons that I come back here a lot, even though like neither of us are very active. Well, he is much more active than I am, but I always want to click into the Discord when I see he's in there. Always a good time. Good buddy.
Yeah, definitely great friend. Someone that's just great to talk to, whether or not you're playing Overwatch, everything
one
like
thing.
that.
One thing. If you
Hey.
want more nice things, chat, you got to spend more
Yeah,
points.
you gotta pay up, I guess.
That's right.
You know, there you got 1.5. Feeling the charity today.
Because buy one get one, buy one get half one.
Looks
Oh,
like
I
Mauve
should-
is gonna go for the dive again.
I'm just gonna bring up chat here because I realized that I never got into chat when I swapped over to my desktop. Muted.
Defend objective A.
All right, Names Wolf lining up on this Winston again. It looks like they're going to try to go for this this half dive again with Winston Genji. Cac's taking quite a bit of damage out of this out of Peace, who's already 33% to a Bob, which is absolutely wild to me. Wolf gets in there, really strong dive, takes out Peace right away. Drag on the Doomfist following in behind, not able to get much done to prevent this. And the names Wolf and Foxem just bam, 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 taking out 3. Cax with the kill onto Flame Chaser, who barely took out Foxem before going down. Drake finally gets one in King Pebble, but he was taken down by the jump pack from Names Wolf, and oh boy, point A attack is going way better for Unagreeable Mauve than it did on Blizzard World.
Yeah, that
Well
was a night and
played.
day difference. Night and day difference. Like, they must have talked in between that and said, you know, here's what our problem is. Let's
Absolutely.
run it back. Let's fix it right now. Like, we've got nothing to lose. You know,
And
we're
they
down
fully
2-0.
did. Getting the early pick on Peace from the Names Wolf was excellent. I like this angle that they're taking from the high ground here. It looks like they're seeing that it's a little not usable, so they rotate around. I think it's a good rotation. Big Nano onto the Names Wolf, going straight after Biggie Twig in the back line, recognizing that that's a very a strong point on the other team. Drake takes out King Pebble with an uppercut, and both Divas are demeched now, but Names Wolf is in here with a Primal Rage, just absolutely slapping people around. Drake is still kicking around, though, and takes out Professor AJ, which is a huge pick. Names Wolf finally taking out Baby Diva here. As his little primal wears down. Drag with a comet, or whatever, drop punch that gets nobody, but 2 off the Diva Bomb on the backside is pretty huge, and after all that, no 0% progress onto the onto point B. Looked pretty clean from Unagreeable Mauve at first. Oh my gosh, the fight is still going. Slam from Flame Chaser doesn't ground anybody, and fully reset now. Yeah, like I was about to say, it looked like it might be pretty clean from Unagreeable Mauve, but then it just fizzled out. Those respawns are really hard to deal with on a dive comp.
Yeah, 2 CP things.
Yeah, 2 CP things indeed. Is that King Pebble? Yeah, King Pebble's dragons don't get anybody. Dreg takes out Professor AJ, which is just really gonna put a stall on Unagreeable Mauve's plans here, and sure enough, without that key support, the rest of the fight is pretty easy to clean up. The very mobile Lazy Turtle and Dreg taking out the runners on the backside of this fight. Both teams getting a nice reset here. Drake doing some sneaky stuff. We'll see if he can get any value out of it. Looks like he's gonna catch Foxem trying to do something funky, but without really being able to. Everybody jumping around each other, not really able to do any. Close that fight out. Close that little 1v1 out. But they are still fighting over in the corner while the teams posture around this choke point. I'll be curious to see how the Names Wolf approaches this. If he jump packs all the way to peace. Oh, and there's the Primal, so we'll see exactly how this works. Primal out of Names Wolf, just trying to push some people around. Foxem has just got his eyes on Dreg, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him just go straight after him with this blade, and indeed he does. Boy, he's really got a one-track mind, but it ends up to the team's detriment as the rest of the team goes and takes out Unagreeable Mauve on the back end behind Fox's Dragon on the back of Lazy Turtle's gigantic beat to negate that dragon. Just really great support play out of Attack on Michael.
Sorry, I was responding to Dan.
Oh, no.
So we're gonna have a streamer change here in this next map. I'll go out and go ahead and finish out this one, Dan, and then you can hop in.
Sure.
But we got to see some great plays while I was doing that because I left it on Dreg.
Yeah, Dreg was really all over the place. Did a really good job dodging that blade. Big bomb in from Cax, takes out Beast. Foxem takes out Flame Chaser. This is actually going to be huge. Dreg takes out Professor AJ, though. And as we've seen in previous fights, that's probably all it's going to take. King Pebble, though, takes out Dreg all the way in the back line. But between the respawns and the slow move of McCree, I'm not sure how much that's going to matter. That's actually a pretty big primal out of the Names Wolf, pushing people off the point, trying to get some point progress captured. They are past that first tick mark, so they are going to maintain that 30-some% point progress for their next attacks. But they're still cleaning up the Names Wolf with 2 melee kills, and Foxem and King Pebble taking out the stragglers here. There is Peace coming in on the McCree, trying to take out that Foxem. Not particularly successful, but oh, and a huge slam out of Flame Chaser might have actually turned this whole point around. What a massive Earth Shatter at 99.8% point progress to save the full cap.
Yeah, just more 2 CP things, just the spawns coming in so fast, and usually if someone on that defense has an ultimate, it's gonna change that point. So you only see King Pebble coming in with the high noon, and Moira having the coalescence on the side of Mauve. Or not Mauve,
King Pebble fired one off at the beginning of the last fight, but the fight went on so long that he's got it back again. Biggie Twig with a very powerful coalescence. Huge pick on the Names Wolf, and Drag on Professor AJ again. Drag is just laser focused on this Ana and absolutely winning this 1v1. What's his stupid name? Mauve. Mauve really has to do a much better job of protecting Professor AJ in the back line there. He's just getting absolutely donkey stomped in the 1v1 from the Doomfist. When you're the Ana, if you miss that sleep dart, you are dead. And so it's pretty good 1v1 from Drag. Big bomb out of Dark Slayer, but the bubble from the Names Wolf just fully envelops it. Oh, Flame Chaser drops the shield at exactly the wrong moment and gets dead-eyed. Foxem with a pretty big pulse bomb onto Lazy Turtle, but Dragon Darkslayer is still in the fight, just beating people down. And sure enough, that's the end of Unannoyed. What's their name? Mauve.
Unagreeable.
Unagreeable.
We'll get there.
Unagreeable Mauve. Yeah. I think this is the first upper division game I've watched all season. So I'm learning.
Yeah, didn't get in here. I'll send you an invite.
Oh my goodness, that Earth Shatter out of Flame Chaser. If it's not the play of this match, it's at least the play of this map. Fully sent Unagreeable Mauve back to the Stone Ages. I mean, there was 2 minutes left. They're 99.8% point progress, and just bam. Ugh. I mean, what else? As a Reinhardt main, it just makes my heart so happy to see Tank Gold fully turning the game around like that. I mean, the DPS and the support play have been amazing this game. But Flame Chaser with the Earth Shatter there just stole my heart.
That really does feel like the Reinhardt experience, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's either I shoot the whole team and win the fight, or I just whiff it into a wall.
Yep. Yeah. You are rectangle, and then maybe you win the game, but maybe not. Maybe you do nothing. And when it works, oh boy, does it feel great. Peace opening up on the Widowmaker, a look that we haven't seen out of him yet, but we have been seeing him play the Ashe, so Sniper's obviously not a particularly unfamiliar type of DPS. We'll see how long that he sticks on it. A little awkward on the attack on the first point, but it's really, really great if you're just getting picked. And never mind. Big
Stream, you didn't see
Stack
that.
Monster is pretty legit. I do like the I love the right click on the Lucio, but Unagreeable Mauve is coming in with a couple of picks of their own. Professor AJ on that Moira, hopefully give himself a little bit more survivability in that back line, so that he doesn't have to lose 1v1s all the time when he misses sleep darts, which is just a sad life to live, and I understand the Moira swap wholeheartedly. But this defense is going pretty well so far for Unagreeable Mauve, I have to say. Foxem already at 86% to his first dragon, and that's that's nothing to sneeze at.
The one thing I'm kind of looking at is like what alt combos either team have, and it seems like they're not really playing for combos in general, just playing for the overall play style, that rush versus dive. We just see the drag just gets yeeted from Foxem, no reason to hold it, like I said.
Yep, he saw them all in a small room and tried and missed the angle on it, or they adjusted or whatever. But when you're in a small room with a primaling Winston, it doesn't really matter how many dragons miss you. You're gonna have a big monkey jumping around and slamming you in the face the whole time. Boy, sad trying to knock off a Lucio and a Diva from the edge, but after the rest of the team gets cleaned up inside that small room, they saw fit to yeet themselves off the edge of the map instead.
Names Wolf got Lazy Turtle. I'm pretty
Absolutely.
sure Lazy did not go on his own. That's awesome.
Well, Lazy was on the edge, and I'm not sure if he just didn't get back up by himself or actively decided to go off. But we'll give it to the tank because we're biased here in this particular caster room.
Trying to just slow things down a bit here.
Big bomb into that room. Flame Chaser was able to shield it though, and we are back out to a huge fight on the point. A blade out of Dreg, fully taking out the Names Wolf, the Deadeye out of Peace, taking out King Pebble, and really working down a couple of the other players here, while Dreg and Darkslayer clean up.
That was a really
in the map. Foxem trying desperately to come back to dink a couple of picks here and push him off the point a little bit, but I don't think it's going to end up working as he gets headbutted off the map. And Flame Chaser with 1 foot off the map. That's scary to me. I have walked off on accident before, but that's probably why I would play in lower division and not upper division if I was signed up this season.
That was a really interesting play at the end of that last fight. I was mentioning no ult combos, and you did see Lazy Turtle, though. I'm not sure if it was for someone else or if it was because Dreg popped the blade that they popped Beat, which really helps Dreg survive through and get some value out of that Dragon Blade.
Yeah, Beat Blade is a great combination. Little underutilized in my opinion. Nice pick on a Steck Monster from Dreg, though. Dark Slayer with a... I'm not sure if that was just a remech bomb, but it seemed to be sort of not in the middle of any of the enemy team. With King Pebble, got free reign here on that high middle bridge, and the names Wolf chasing down some of the less mobile heroes out of Unagreeable Attack on Michael. Their names switched.
They do.
I did. I remembered to switch them.
I'm especially curious, though, how defenders are going to play this, because if they don't just continue to get sort of vanilla picks, this is why I'm curious about the ult combos, because it's going to be hard to just snowball that advantage of the defender here. They do have 4 on their side. Going to pop the visor to start things off. Pebble from the high ground. It's really just shooting Flame Chaser's shield, though.
Yeah.
Whittle it down for the rest of the fight.
That could be a big coalescence from Professor AJ, but the rest of... Yep, their names got flipped, so that's Attack on Michael, just rotated back around the coast side of the point, around that big storage room there, and just walked away. And now they're sort of fully out, with a couple of picks coming out from Unagreeable Mauve, but still, you know, it could have... Those ults felt a little wasted, because they didn't really get a lot of value, but, I mean, the fight is won, so, you know, a win's a win's a win, right? They don't ask how, they ask how many.
Exactly. Both teams coming in this one with 4+ ults. You see 4 on the side of Mauve, 5 about to be 6 for the side of Attack on Michael. So I expect they're just going to run in and start hitting Q. Here comes the first Pax, throws the bomb into a corner. Peace on the...
Ooh,
finds King Pebble.
And only a slightly reasonable Earth Shatter out of Flame Chaser on that one. Dragons come flying in as well as a Primal Rage, but Biggie Twig with the Coalescence is not letting anybody ride by for free. Baby Diva finally taken out here on the back end of this fight, and keep in mind that if they cap this, that's the game, because Mauve was only able to get to 99.8%. Big bomb out of Dark Slayer to keep this point going. The Dragon Blade not getting much because he's, you know, firing it straight into a Diva, but you know, trying to work. And another Shatter for Flame Chaser and another beat for Lazy Turtle. Huge ultimate economy on this second fight as Attack on Michael is trying to just stall this out. Spin to win from the names Wolf, but not going to quite make it. And Attack on Michael wins the map.
What a huge stall, though, on their defense. To stop it at 99.8 gives them the chance to just win it outright. No overtime necessary.
This better be this game. Yep. Bam. At least 2, I think 3.
3, I believe, yeah. It's literally a map winner.
Yep. Yeah, it literally turned the whole match around. Huge Earth Shatter out of Flame Chaser. I mean, I know who I'd vote for if I was in the game and I could vote, but that's why they don't pay me the big bucks, I suppose.
So it goes.
Excellent games out of Attack on Michael and Unagreeable Mauve. It turned into a 3-0 victory for Attack on Michael, winning on what looks like Busan, and then Blizzard World, and then Volskaya. Am I correct that it was Busan first?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, so, you know, it ended up being a 3-0, but the 2 maps that I got to sit in on, I mean, they looked great. Blizzard World was a little more one-sided, but boy, Volskaya really was coming down to the wire there, especially at the end, and just ended up being edged out by Attack on Michael.
So it goes, so it goes. I really appreciate, I know I just hopped in here for the last few seconds. Don't mean to be taking over you all's production, but I want to thank you guys for doing it. Tonight was supposed to be my night to cover here, so thanks to Symphonia John for putting on the stream, making sure the game happened on time. Thank you, JLP, for hopping in and covering it on the comms, man.
I wouldn't have known it if John didn't put it up. I just happened to click in and I saw I didn't really hear anybody talking, and I checked the Discord and there was only John in there, and I was like, oh, he needs a fan. So yeah, it was a good time. I love sitting in. I love sitting
Yeah,
in and
we
doing
always need
this.
casters. If people
Yeah.
want to cast, check the casting resources channel. I'm always posting in there.
I promise it's very, very easy. I haven't done this in months, and I haven't played the game in quite a bit longer outside of subbing
And
once or twice.
we'll all help
and,
you.
Pretty
yeah,
please, I
exactly.
will grovel. I will
Yeah.
hold your hand for hours and help make you comfortable. We
I
had
promise
3
that
games
the-
scheduled this week that have nothing but a producer. Please God, come cast if you like watching these productions.
I promise it's not difficult. We only beg because nobody's doing it, not because we desperately need to replace the people who have quit going, oh my god, it's too much. That doesn't happen. It really is quite fun. You just get to sit around and talk about Overwatch and watch your friends beat each other up. It's great. It's fantastic.
Who wants to have friends? Who wants to have fun?
That's fair.
I do.
So,
Get in
yeah,
here.
wonderful, wonderfully entertaining 3-0 match between Attack on Michael and Unagreeable Mauve. Attack on Michael moves to a 4-0 record, while as I'm trying to find Unagreeable Mauve
They're
here,
0-4.
moves to an 0-4. So a little disappointing for any season when you start out with no wins, but I saw some really tight things, especially in that third map out of Unagreeable Mauve. I think if they tighten up just a little bit moving into the next couple of weeks, they're going to have a fantastic time.
Oh, absolutely. That's the kind of team that always scares me heading into playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
They're the team that inevitably ends up rocking it out pretty far, and everybody kind of, you get a little bit of that underestimation factor. You keep practicing with the team, you come in real hot. I'm excited to see what happens for Mauve.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. I played on a team with the names Wolf a few seasons ago, where we were like 1-7 coming into playoffs, and we made a couple of swaps and made it all the way to the finals, and it was a wonderful, wonderful time. You just never know with players of that caliber who's gonna flip it around what game. It's sort of an any given Sunday, but for Overwatch League.
Absolutely.
And even though I've been praising the tanks, I mean, absolutely dominant DPS play on the second map from Attack on Michael. Dreg especially was just doinking people with tree trunks all day, and it made life very difficult for Unagreeable Mauve. Oh boy, we have to award the channel points. Oh, they are awarded.
Points have been awarded.
Heck yeah. I was the only person who bet on Unagreeable Mob because I always bet when there's like 10,000 points on one side and nothing on the other. The 200 to 1 payout just is too tempting, but I was wrong. Wrong.
Well,
One
if you
day-
tune in,
One day someone will get points off of Unagreeable Mauve. They can't go winless. They're too good. We saw it. We saw there's
Yeah.
improvement.
Yeah, absolutely.
if you want a chance for more channel points, come back tomorrow, Wednesday, 10/6. Backdoor Sliders are taking on the Revengers tomorrow evening. That'll be another good matchup. Excited to see it here.
So I think with that, that will wrap up tonight's stream. Thank you again to the real JLP for casting and that Dan guy for being backup for the stream. And again, the Attack on Michael team taking out on Agreeable Mauve and winning 3-0. And that's been tonight's production. Have a great night, everyone.